I sat down with the EU's special representative to the Sahel, João Cravinho, and I started by asking him what the most recent uptick in violence in Mali could mean for the EU's strategy towards the region.
Well, firstly, it means very clearly that the situation is extremely unstable. It is a situation of very precarious stability, meaning that what happened on the weekend can happen again. So this is really a terrible situation, above all, for the Malian population. What it means is very simply that it has become clear that there is no military solution to the situation in the Sahel as a whole, including Burkina Faso and Niger.
This comes following years of instability, including successive military coups in many countries in the central Sahel. We also know that the EU has lost real clout and influence in the region. Do you see the possibility now for it to claw back some of this influence? And is it possible to do that while Moscow, but also Beijing, Tehran, has such a visible presence?
Well, firstly, I think it is absolutely correct and normal for us to acknowledge that we have no monopoly in the region. This is a region that must be respected for what it is, and it is perfectly legitimate for other countries to have partnerships with other parts of the world. However, having said that, I don't think any other part of the world has the same level of direct interest as Europe does. What is clear is that over the past few years, we have had a series of monologues between us rather than a dialogue. We have not been, and it's a mea culpa here, we have not been capable of listening and understanding properly as we should. We have not really been capable also of explaining what our interests are in the region. And by the same measure, I think there has been a failure in terms of dialogue on the other side. So the idea of deepening and making a lot and improving our dialogue is fundamental. That's a starting point. And we're on the road. We've been doing that over the last year and a half. And I think there's quite a lot of recognition. Our relations with those regimes now have bridges which did not exist some time ago.
Would you say that the incidents in Mali could have undermined maybe the reputation or the image of Russia as a security partner? And could that lead to maybe efforts to diversify security ties from Mali?
Well, firstly, I think, of course, the Malians are going to have to do some reassessment. It's theirs to do, and I can't tell them what to do. But I think that it's obvious, due to the tremendous security failures of the past week, that they need to do some reassessment. Secondly, it's very clear that there is no solution through military means alone. The Russians only offer military support. They offer nothing else.
Do you fear that the Sahel is being neglected, and what could be the cost of that for Europe?
Well, I think it is very evident that there is limited bandwidth from our political deciders. I have had an interesting experience as a special representative of the European Union. I've been visiting most European capitals and speaking with the ministers. All the ministers tell me the Sahel is geopolitically strategic. And yet, they don't have time. They don't have time because of everything else that is happening.
And the cost of that for Europe?
The cost of that is that the situation is getting worse. But what I do believe is that we are developing the instruments to be able to take advantage of opportunities when they arise. And I think the opportunities will arise when it becomes evident that Europe is still the best possible partner for those countries.